friends and neighbors, at the request of many friends, some family, and a few internet strangers. I've made the decision to start a YouTube video on my chainsaw, sawmill, saw repair, etc. activities around here. Come to think of it, one of those internet personalities or internet people I was talking to recently was talking about how to unchangle a chain, and here we are. And to answer that question, if that person is watching, you just gotta fuss with it. And when the chain is 210 drive lengths long, it's a real pain in the tail. Find the loops, dig the loops out. Yeah. So you got 2 loops. That just means I need to turn it over once. And again, with a chain this big, it's not super easy. And I am not too proud. If anybody out there in the interwebs land has a quicker way to wrestle with this behemoth, I am all ears, or rather eyes, as far as we are typing. Yeah, that tangled up just walking from the garage, which is 75 feet over there, to the work area. Anyway, I don't have much of a personality. I'm not very good for public speaking. So I probably won't do a whole lot of chatting through these videos if this goes anywhere at all. So either I'll dub it over with audio or with music or something, so you don't have to listen to me ramble on about what I'm doing off camera. Barring up a big chain is not all that fun either. The saw is a clone Farmertec 395, which I ported and put an OEM top end carburetor exhaust cylinder on, as my initial saw was a actual 395 XP. And on that mill over there, about the first time, maybe second time I was using it, whoever rebuilt the thing before I got it did something wrong. I wasn't smart enough at the time to really go investigate, and the cylinder just come right up through the top cover, blew right off. It was really quite eventful, actually. Not something I would care to repeat, frankly. But yeah, so instead of spending $1,700 on a Husky 395, I decided to spend $400 for that power head, and then take all the good stuff off the actual 395 and put it on this thing. And for what I do, it actually works really quite well. Man. As I said, barring up a big saw is kind of an interesting task, especially in a place, I don't know if you can see the trees behind me. There's no big trees around here. The reason I have this is for burls, but there's no big trees around here, so there's really not a lot of reason for big bars around here except for this. I'm the only one in my, actually anywhere in the state of Alaska that I know of that can cut over, well, I can do 6 or 5 feet on this. It's a 72-inch bar, and I can easily, with that jig, the way I built it, cut 5 feet on that. And it's kind of been fun to play with and learn, and yeah. So here we are. Finally got the thing barred up. One thing I don't like about these for milling, especially on the Alaska mill, is they your chain tensioner is way down here. Once you put the mill on, you're pretty much stuck with your adjustment. So I always try to get it barred up and fairly tight before I get it jigged up in the mill there. So as soon as I get this thing on here and wrapped up, I'll probably not pollute your screens with my ugly mug anymore. And just take you along for cutting the burl I've got all set up. My buddy and partner in crime is gonna be here before too long to come play with me. And yeah, have a grand time of it. I never could figure out exactly how tight these long bars need to be. I know for a short bar you need to be able to pull the drivers up out of the bar groove, but that thing's forever long, so I got a lot of leverage on pulling those out of there. Huh. Let's get her set up in the jig, reset the camera, and go to work. Well, that didn't go exactly as to plan. That cheap $3.95 gave up on me a little bit. It didn't burn down or anything like extreme. I think the ignition just quit, which that just means I get more to play with. And for $400 to my door, I don't expect much else. I'm a tinkerer by nature, so I'll get some enjoyment out of the fixing it. Just kind of a pain that I had to switch up to the 288 mid-stride. But on the other hand, that's why I bought two. I did note that poor old 288 has got a lot more vibration than the 395. There's a reason they updated those saws over the years. I had to put a clamp on the trigger to make it work. My hand went numb in short order. But, again, cheap stuff, old stuff, it's the price you pay. I'll end up getting a 3120 when those come out, and I hear theirs are coming out probably around fall or Christmas time, 2023. And the bigger displacement would be really nice. I've got that tooth a little hot. I normally am an advocate of hand filing, but I've hand filed crosscut panes at 30 degrees since I was a little shaver. I grew up in the woods. Let's see here, I think I'm either 5th or 6th generation logger. My clan came from Millnocket area. That American Logger show, I'd heard that those guys are kin somehow, maybe cousins or something. Or my grandmother's maiden name and their names are pretty close. We came from the same area, been doing it for about ever. And yeah, that's just what I heard from her, that we're kin to the Pelletiers. Anyway, this is the fun part of this big long bar, is the 30 minutes spent grinding on this 210 link chain. Just takes forever. Oh, that was a little aggressive. And since I don't know what I'm doing with a video camera, it's entirely possible none of you will hear any of this at the end of the video. Never made a claim to be a good videographer. Matter of fact, I've been teased of the opposite, so yeah. I'm not holding out high expectations. But it'll appease some of the people that think I should be videoing and commenting on this stuff. And if it works, it works. It takes off, yay. Maybe I'll be a YouTube hit like old Bucking Billy Ray or Tin Man Saws or Wrangler Star or any of them boys. But I sincerely doubt it. I got time in my life to put out that kind of content and devote to it. But for now, we'll have fun with it. Anyway, I'm not going to drag you guys along this whole process.